3 tips for successful high-conflict co-parenting. I'm Jacqueline Robertson with JR Law Group, and welcome to Family Law Friday. Divorce is hard, and learning to co-parent with, your ex is challenging. So if your case is high conflict, we recommend the following. Number 1, keep all of your communications in writing. This is just effective because it keeps all of the details in writing, so there's no arguing back and forth about what you've told each other or not told each other, or the details, if you're making plans regarding the children, etc. And when you do communicate in writing, treat it as though you're communicating with a boss or a colleague. This means you're going to be friendly and not full of accusations or too much detail. Just keep it as though you were talking to a coworker. Tip number 2 is respond, don't react. So even if you're just getting emails from your co-parent, you're going to inevitably, get that email that sets you off, triggers you, is upsetting, you feel like it's full of accusations. And when these things come up with clients, we always remind them it's okay to take time. Take 24, 48 hours or whatever time you need. Usually even decrees, if they do give a timeline, it's at least a day, so that you can just calm down, process, and then when you do respond, you're responding, answering the question and not just further fueling the conflict. And finally, tip number 3 is we always talk to our clients about the BIF model, authored by Bill Eddy. And what that stands for is be brief, informative, friendly, and firm. So what this means is that when you are communicating in writing, as though talking to a colleague, it just reminds you that you don't have to justify, you can actually just ignore anything that was accusatory or just high conflict. You can keep your communications brief. You can just be informing them about exactly what you're writing about, whether that be to explain that you'll be picking the kids up at what time, or to remind them of a school event, or etc. Just very brief and to the point of what you're emailing about. And then keep a friendly, civil tone. Again, that's a lot like you're talking to your boss, and be firm. So at the same time, you can just state your position. You don't have to justify. You don't have to respond to accusations that are false or just weren't coming from a place of resolving conflict. So just be firm. And if you follow these guidelines, it will help minimize the stress for you. You may be surprised by how much it kind of incites a similar response. And at the end of the day, the more you can practice and learn to get smoother in this co-parenting dynamic, the better it will be for the kids, for you, and for everybody involved. It is hard. There are a ton of resources available. So if you would like to talk about your particular case or need more resources on how to co-parent, give us a call or go to our website. Give us a call or go to our website at jrlawgroup.com. You can even schedule a consultation there. And as always, follow us on Instagram at JR Law Group.